Winter isn't over yet. What could be the biggest snowstorm in years is heading our way. How Colorado is preparing on this Weather Action Day.
People who've been getting unemployment are now getting surprise tax bills. The push to get states to help and what you can do in the meantime. And when can you go back to live concerts? It's the latest question we're getting answers on as we talk about safely getting closer to a new normal.
Relief is coming. The U.S. House gives final approval to the coronavirus relief bill, when President Biden is expected to sign it. We start off with a live look at downtown Denver on this Weather Action Day. And while it is a nice day today, in 48 hours, things will be looking very different and very snowy. Let's get right over to meteorologist Stacey Donaldson. Stacey, what's the latest on this storm?
Well, that's a good point. We're still 2 days away from the heavy snow that we're expecting here for Saturday and Sunday. But in the meantime, we'll have a little light rain and snow. We've already seen snow up in the high country, Winter Park. This is what it looks like while we're enjoying sunshine here for the Front Range. So in through the next 24 to 48 hours, we'll see some off and on rain and snow showers. We actually have high fire danger into southeastern Colorado for the rest of today. Winter weather advisory up towards Steamboat. But then here for the Denver area and the Eastern Plains, a winter storm watch has been issued by the National Weather Service for Saturday and Sunday. It includes Denver, Fort Collins, Sterling, and Akron. And we're expecting that heavy snow to show up over the weekend. So in the meantime, we're going to be seeing this light rain and snow develop here kind of off and on the next couple of days. But you can also keep up with us and this changing track of snowy weather anytime on Denver 7's 24/7 weather stream on your TV or on your phone with our app.
Thank you, Stacey. And as the storm quickly approaches, everyone from public works to the power companies and, of course, shoppers, all getting ready for what could be. Denver 7's Gary Brode joins us live. And Gary, those you spoke to say they're not taking this lightly.
Jessica, I was chatting it up with a shopper over at Target earlier today. She was actually in Texas a couple weeks ago for that major storm she had, and that's why she said it was so important to get ready. She saw it firsthand, why it was so important, and she definitely was getting ready earlier today, getting all the essentials, and that includes tons of food covering her trunk, a shovel to get herself out, and 4 bottles of wine, you know, the essentials. She definitely had it all there. Over in Centennial, it's Public Works Department. They're preparing in a different way. They showed us their technology that gives them an up-to-date look at just how bad the roads are and really which ones need to be treated first. They tell us this is an all-hands-on-deck approach this weekend.
We can only manage the storm as it comes in. We can never overmanage what Mother Nature's going to throw at us. We can only manage what is coming.
You just want to make sure that you have everything you need and run your water. Absolutely make sure you run water and just make the best of it and hope that you're snowed in with people you love.
Of course, anytime you're talking about this much snow, power outages always a concern. We just got off the phone here with Xcel Energy. They tell us they are certainly concerned about branches coming down because of all that precipitation. They say they're really even though they have crews all around the state ready to go, they're really focused on the Denver metro area, the western slopes, as well as the foothills, all areas that either have a lot of population, a lot of snow, or both coming up this weekend. Reporting live here in Denver, Gary Brode, Denver 7.
We're looking at the impact of Texas fully reopening and the state mask mandate expiring today. Governor Greg Abbott announced last week he was lifting the restrictions because COVID cases and hospitalizations were down and because people and businesses needed to get back to normal. But critics, including the CDC director and Dr. Anthony Fauci, say it's too soon.
We understand people's need to get back to normal, and we are going in that direction. But when you start doing things like completely putting aside all public health measures as if you're turning a light switch off, that's quite risky. We don't want to see another surge, and that's inviting one when you do that.
Some cities are making their own rules, including Austin, which has its own mask mandate and other measures in place until at least mid-April. The federal mask requirement still applies in all Texas's federal buildings. Businesses are also following their own rules, continuing to require masks and social distancing. That includes major retailers and small businesses like Pico's restaurant in Houston. The owner says most people are following the rules, but some critics have gone on social media and threatened to call immigration to check employee green cards.
Why attack us like that? I mean, had I been at a steakhouse, you think that comment would have been made? No. we're following what is sensible, what is logical. And that's what everybody needs to do.
Richards isn't alone in continuing to require masks. A new survey found 70% of Texas restaurant owners will keep requiring staff to wear masks and will request customers to do the same. Texas isn't the only state lifting restrictions. Mississippi announced its plan to lift virtually all pandemic restrictions on the same day that Texas did. Arizona, California, and South Carolina have most recently announced a dial back of restrictions.
The coronavirus relief bill is on its way to President Biden's desk. The House gave final approval to the legislation this afternoon. Despite the bill's popularity with Americans, not a single Republican voted for it. The White House says it's moving full speed to get that relief to Americans, including those $1,400 checks. President Biden is expected to sign it by the end of the week. Colorado will be receiving billions of dollars from the COVID relief bill. On top of that, Governor Polis and the state legislature revealed a new state stimulus bill today. Denver 7's political reporter Megan Lopez was at that announcement and joins us live now. Megan, this has a big price tag on it.
Yeah, that's right, Jessica. We're talking